Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about antigens. Antigens are the compounds or the components which produces antibodies in organisms. Antigens known to produce antibodies. By producing the antibodies, it generates immune responses. Antigens are said to be a complete antigen when it has two parts, that is epitope and heptin. Already we discussed about epitope and heptin. Epitope is an antigenic determinant. Heptin is an incomplete antigen. Heptin will not have this epitope, so it is said to be an incomplete antigen. Heptin, if it has epitope along with it, it is said to be an complete antigen. Antigens are said to be of different types: autoantigens, alloantigens, heterophile antigens, and adjuvants. Autoantigens. What is meant by autoantigens? Autoantigens are self-antigens. Antigens which are present in its own body. Okay, means antigens which are present inside the body, which will not come from outside. So that type of antigens we call it as autoantigens. Example for the autoantigens are thyroglobulin, DNA, etc. Next one is alloantigens. Antigens which are present in the different members, means the antigens which are present in different members, means this type of antigens are visible in different members of same species. Means if the antigens are present in the same species, we call it as autoantigens. If the antigens are seen in different species, the same antigen, if it is seen in different members of the same species, we call it as an alloantigens. Similar to this, if the antigens are present in different species, means this same type of antigens, if we observe in different species, we call such type of antigens as heterophile antigens. Autoantigens are self-antigens, means this will be present in the same organism. This will be present in the same organism. Alloantigens are present in the different members of the same species. For example, RBCs. RBCs are present in different members, but these antigens are of either A or B. Here the antigens are present in the same species, but in different members, different types of antigens are present. Either A or B is present, but in the same species we can see such type of antigen. Examples for heterophile antigens are Frossman antigen. Okay. Next, coming to the adjuvants. Adjuvants are known to increase the immunogenicity of other antigens. What is the nature of the antigen? It may be protein, polysaccharide, nucleic acid, or lipids. The antigen may be made up of protein or polysaccharide or nucleic acid or lipids, or a combination of this. Coming to the types of the antigen. The antigens are divided into different types on the basis of the origin or the immune response which it induces. Okay, so first we will see the types of antigens on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, antigens are divided into three types: exogenous antigens, endogenous antigens, and autoantigens. Okay, coming to the first one, exogenous antigens. These are the name exo indicates the antigens that comes from outside the body. Okay, so here exogenous antigens are the antigens which enters into the body, and after entering into the body, it enters directly into the blood or lymph, and after entering into the blood or lymph, it was trapped by APCs, antigen presenting cells. The antigen presenting cells are like macrophages and dendritic cells. These cells undergoes phagocytosis, means it takes up the antigen inside it and it destroys them. Okay, so exogenous antigens are the antigens which comes from outside of the body. Example for this is bacteria, virus, fungi, etc. Some antigens may start as an exo, later it becomes endo, means till it enters into the body, it acts as an exogenous antigen. After entering into the body, it acts as an endogenous antigen. What is meant by endogenous antigens? Endogenous antigens are the body's own cells or subfragments or compounds which acts as an antigen. Means these antigens is already present in the body in its cells or subfragments or the compounds which are present in its own body. Okay, so when these antigens are processed, found out by macrophages, these macrophages will be taking up these antigens and giving to the cytotoxic T cells. These cytotoxic T cells will be killing these antigens. And the next one is autoantigens. Coming to the endogenous antigens are of 4 types again. Sorry, this one I have missed. Endogenous antigens are of 4 types: xenogenic, autologous, idiotypic and allogenic antigens. Example for these endogenous antigens which are already present in the body and acts as an antigen. Example for this is blood group antigens, histocompatibility leukocyte antigens. These are the examples for endogenous antigens. Coming to the third type of antigen, that is autoantigen. This autoantigen is a normal protein or a complex protein. This is a normal protein or a complex protein which has the capacity to cause autoimmune diseases. Means what is meant by autoimmune diseases? This was caused by its own antigens. Okay, means the protein or a complex protein is known to cause the autoimmune response which causes autoimmune diseases. These autoantigens are normally acts as a proteins, but in some cases like genetic and environmental factors, this loses its immunological tolerance. So it acts as an antigen and known to cause immune response. The examples for these autoantigens are nucleoproteins and nucleic acids. So these autoantigens actually looks like a normal protein, but when it loses its immunological tolerance due to some genetic and environmental factors, this acts as an antigen and causes immune responses. So these two are the examples for autoantigens, nucleoproteins and nucleic acids. Till now we have seen the 3 types of antigens on the basis of origin. Now we are going to see the types of antigen on the basis of immune response they produce. First one is complete antigen, the second one is incomplete antigen. What is meant by complete antigen? I already told you that complete antigen is a combination of heptin and epitope. This is known to cause immune response. Why? Because it will be having immunogen. It is also called as immunogen. The complete antigen will be having epitope. As it is a complete antigen, it will be having high molecular weight, nearly more than 10,000 Daltons. This complete antigen may be a protein or polysaccharide. Coming to the incomplete antigen. Incomplete antigen is also called as heptin. This is a foreign or a non-protein substance and it cannot induce immune response. Why? Because it do not have epitope. It has only the carrier molecule. Okay, so this incomplete antigen needs carrier molecule to act like a complete antigen. It will be having a low molecular weight because it do not have epitope. So the molecular weight will be less than 10,000 Daltons. Example for these incomplete antigens are capsular polysaccharides of pneumococcus. This is an example for incomplete antigen. So these are the types of antigens on the basis of origin and on the basis of immune response.